Hello. Hello. I am here. It's always weird when I stream a game. It's always weird when I stream a game that I've bought, and it's like, I'm gonna tell you all about this game. I don't have any obligation to, but I want to anyway. Hello, Professor. I am doing quite fine. How are you? So this game we played a while ago because the second one was going to come out and we had a code for that one. And this one just looked really interesting. It's Fiction Factory Games and P-Cube. And it is, get the right button, quite cute in the, gorgeous art kind of way. Yeah, oh god, when was it we did this? Let me have a look at the dates because it's been a while. And caveat that I'm not going to get the right accents. Right, we played it in May, 22nd of May 2022. Because on the 26th of May, we also did the first chapter of the second game. So we played the first game. This is the first game. This game. Then we cleared level 1. We completed the first chapter. So this has multiple endings. Well, multiple romances anyway. But I think also multiple endings. And if I remember rightly, sorry, I just had my haircut, and there is a very pleasant little buzz at the back where they did the teeny shave. So yeah, I've also got bits of hair like randomly sticking me and tickling my eyes, which is less fun. So that's vaguely distracting. So we did chapter 1. The idea is we do chapter 2 today. There are 7, 8, 8 chapters. But depending on which path you take, I don't think you have to play all of them. You might not have to play all the chapters, depending on which path you take. But so premise of the story, if I remember rightly, it was a while ago. Let's see. So I believe it started out shiver. Our roommate recommended an app to us, like a personal assistant thing. Hi, Ray. How are you after your 11-hour stream? That was like epic levels of long. It was also nice to see you stream. The game difficulty glitched. Oh no, I did see some stuff in the chat about that. I obviously could not watch like straight for the entire 11 hours. There was a lot of pew-pews. But I did keep dipping in. Yeah, I did see something about glitches. I'm assuming it glitched in a bad way. That's not good. Oh, it was much harder than before. Right. It glitched in a really bad way. That's not good. Why do I feel like I've not got the lights on? It's just that weird mid-afternoon, like, miasma of grey. You beat it on Double O Agent and the Glitch Top. Cool. That's good. Yeah. I've never played GoldenEye. You completed the entire game. Oh, cool. Yeah, oh, nice. There's a lot of very keen GoldenEye fans. Yeah, I've never played it before. Um, so from what I've seen is only like split screen stuff where people are like hiding under like sheets to prevent other people from seeing where they are, which was weird. Um, but that's really cool. I don't think I will ever play that game, but kudos to you. I like games like this, which is a very, very colourful story game in which I get to do silly voices. So I think it started with we needed a job. We needed a job. So you're an expert. Yeah. We needed a job. Our roommate recommended this app. I can't remember why. Was this particular app? Maybe it was meant to be like some kind of. We're supposed to like find the perfect something. I can't remember the exact premise. You can go back and watch the VOD if you want, or play the game yourself. I do know the app keeps on recommending pizza bagels, but the app is an AI type person, digital person, whose name it will come up with when we go back in because I'm terrible with names. I don't even remember what our name was. But anyway, it was an app, and it said that your perfect job is at this address. So we go there, and it's an arcade. In this universe, arcades are cool and still exist, and are like the place to be for playing games. So I just love the little logo. I don't know why, I just really like the little Space Invader and the heart and the font. This screen is very pleasing to me. So we went there, and I think it was this old woman who owned the place interviewed us and hired us, and we started working on like the gift counter or something. And then we met varying staff members. There was a very proper guy who was like, "Who are you?" There was a nerdy mechanic woman. I really need to stop calling adult people girls. Bad Joe. So yes, there was a geeky woman engineer mechanic who was repairing the machines. There was a very bubbly person who I have no idea what they were doing. I think they may have been a mascot at some point. I want to say their name's Ashley. It feels like an Ashley kind of personality. So stereotyping of me. And then there were various scenarios. I think there was like a kids' party came in. There's Queen Bee, who's like a professional gamer streamer. In the arcade, has like a whole setup. There was someone called Tio, I think it's like a DDR legend. There was a rich guy who literally gave us like I think 10 grand to buy an arcade machine because he wanted to keep playing it, but he wanted it to be in the arcade because that's what the experience. But it's his machine; it's just in the arcade. And then there was a really annoying guy that wanted to play on that arcade machine, and yeah, the rich guy was just like, "Yeah, I will give you like X money for this." I remember that quite vividly. I remember, I think he was ginger and had a beard. There is one more character who I am not remembering, but basically you get like 4 options, and they have like a little personality icon for them, and then like you have your personality icons. Oh no, that's 6, isn't it? 3 staff and 3 customers. I think that's right then. Plus the old lady who we don't get a thing. So we get like friendship levels with the people. with the characters, and then we get like personality levels, and then I think you match them up if you want to do a date thing. Um, I'm not entirely certain what I was planning in chapter 1, but there is an option for friendships. So I just want to be friends with all of them. That would be cool. So let's come on. There we go. Right. So, ooh, prizes. What's prizes? Ooh, okay. Ah, I think this is for getting the achievements. So yes, this is a funplex. Oh, thank you. I'm collecting my swords. I wish there's an easy way to see which channels I have swords in. There is not. So yes, it's the funplex is the place. So that was chapter 1. Oh yeah, my achievements caught up with the other game. And that was called Put Your Quarter Up. And then yeah, so Chasing Ghosts is level 2. I appreciate that. I'm easily distractible. I really appreciate that. So what options have we got on? Text box style neon, because hell yes. I could probably put the music up a little. Voice. Right. So yeah, I can't remember if it's voiced. I'm fairly certain it's like partially voiced, which means that I generally have to. Oh, it's documentary. So yeah, so we did a couple of saves at various points. Yeah, there's the red-headed dude on that save, the rich one. The one in the middle with the black guy with the blue thing, he's the prim and proper guy. I think that's who I'm calling Ashley, the blonde one on the right, and the left is the mechanic geek person. Can't see the name because it's small, but we're going to be just continuing with this one. Because we're in level 2. So, caveat, if you are watching this after you've watched level 1, it has been since May to January. And I don't remember which voice I did for which character, so there will be a disconnect. Stefan Gagne and Ian someone. It went too quick for me to read it. Chasing Ghosts. I don't know how much level of volume I need on my TV and on my stream. I will wait till it loads up. It's the future year 20XX. You know what? Things are pretty okay. Oh yeah, and we have a score. It's underneath my logo. You can't see my score. It says 1 up, 5,350. I don't know what that is necessarily relevant. Okay, so that is autosave, options, history, help. Okay, so for now we're just gonna go. Hi, Circle Lead. Oh, I think he discorded. So yeah, so this is now 2 weeks. I've worked as a floor attendant at the Funplex for 2 weeks now. Hard work to be sure, but rewarding. In a spiritual sense, at least. I've helped Naomi! Go, Naomi is... This is the first game, yes. This is chapter 2 of the first game. I streamed it back in May before the volume. Second game came out. And then kind of abandoned both of them because I was like, I want to give it like proper thingamajiggies. Proper whatever, and then just never got the chance to sit down and do it. So we're going to do this for a few weeks on Sunday story time to, give it a good kick in the tires, give it a playthrough, see, and then I'll probably clear all the other options, because you can do like auto skippy whatever, which is fine if you wanted to just power through it in a couple of hours to get all the options. But why would you do that? Why would you not want to appreciate this beautiful game? So that's why I do these streams, because I want to appreciate the visual novels that most people just skip through to get the achievements. A portion of people skip through to get the achievements because it's easy gamer score. I like the stories. That is very cold tea. But it's at least liquid. There we go. So Naomi is the mechanic lady. Francine is the owner. There we go. I've helped Naomi repair pinball games. I've had tea with Francine while she reminisced about the far out 1960s. I give all of them a fair chance. They get at least one stream, and if the story is interesting, I'll do more. Some games just I don't get the chance to do more because of timings, and I have a few visual novels in my backlog, I have to say. So I just have to make a decision on it. I've got the sequel to Strawberry Vinegar, which is called Blackberry Honey. Well, I suppose it's a sequel. It's similar. It's the same developers. I think it's less a sequel. I feel like I should do that on an anniversary, because that's the game that I played for my first proper Twitch stream. So, I think just because Ratalaika published a game doesn't mean it's skippable. I've done some really, really, really cool Ratalaika visual novels on stream. So, don't judge a game by its publisher. But anyway, I've evacuated gamers when the kitchen accidentally caught on fire. I've had numerous kids puking up nachos on my clothes, I've scraped gum off any number of surfaces, and I've chased what turned out to be entirely too many spiders out of a single skee ball machine. And I've got the hiccups. Okay, look, I know I'm not painting this as a very rosy picture so far, but honestly, I'm happy. I'm happy even amidst, that is a hard word to say. Even amidst. It sounds wrong. Amidst the chaos and the grossness. Like there should be an extra D in there somewhere. I'm happy, and that's all that matters, right? Juniper! Right, okay. Juniper, it's not Ashley, it's Juniper. Can I see? Okay. Ari is the name of my... Gavin is the guy. Ari is me. Ari is me. Juniper is our flatmate. Okay. Iris is the AI who really likes pizza bagels. Why exactly did you order a giant crate full of pizza bagels? Did I neglect to mention that part of the terms and conditions? On the plus side, I know what I'm having lunch tomorrow. I also won a prize. Yay! Looks like I'm really hitting it off with Naomi, who's the geeky mechanic person. Yes. I'm also a pretty basic person so far. I don't know what that means. Right, okay. Do we want to save your game? Yay! Cool. Alright, so Juniper is my flatmate. Right, you're happy. This is the best I've seen you in ages, Ari. Before you'd come home all drained and exhausted. Now, well, you're still tired, but it's a good tired. My roommate, Juniper. She'd taken to stopping by during her lunch break whenever she could get away from her office cubicle long enough to do so. She has the cutest little socks. I want to see the score. There we go. Right. So, yeah, they did the whole explaining what these things are. So we've got Gavin, Naomi, and the lady I'm calling Ashley. Bearded rich guy. Queen Bee, and I think it's Teo, who I have no connection with right now. And then we've got, so that's on the left-hand side. So on the right-hand side, these are like the different personality type things. And they explain them at the beginning of the first game, and I've forgotten what they are. But I think it's like humor, balanced, empathy, something, and I'm guessing basic because I'm very basic. So yeah. But yes, Juniper is cool. I was like, oh, it's not Ashley. No, this is a different character, and I'm glad I went back. So yeah, Juniper's our roommate. She likes us regardless. It's still hard work, don't get me wrong. But overall, it's good work. I just feel good. Totally good and stuff.
Yes.
Good. Agreed. Super good. Double plus good. I can't remember whether I did like a mechanic-y voice for Iris, but I feel like she probably wouldn't. Iris, we talked about you listening in on my conversations. What did I tell you about that? To pretend I wasn't eavesdropping even when I am. Exactly. You know, I'd be more upset about my creepy privacy invading digital overmistress, but I have to admit that Iris has really pulled through for me. Even if she also ordered a 3-month supply of pizza bagels on my behalf.
You have pizza on a bagel.
So, Juniper, how long do you have left on your break? Any time to squeeze in some pinball or something? I can spot your tokens. No can do. Our new assistant synergy manager arranged a team building exercise. I don't... Hang on. I can hear music, but on my TV, but it's very low. And I'm not seeing it on stream. Hang on. I think I turned it down because it got annoying. But I feel like it needs to go back up. Sorry about that. We'll see how the balance is after a little bit. There we go. I have to like move colour bits of paper around or something and then exchange high fives. Assistant Synergy Manager? That sounds like a very vague job. No, it's actually entry level. Good pay and right on track to middle management. Pretty cushy if a bit dull. Funny thing is, they asked me if I knew anyone who'd fit in before they started advertising for candidates, and I said, no, I don't want to do that. When was this exactly? Oh, 2 weeks ago. So 2 weeks ago? Right when I needed to find work, you told them you didn't know any good candidates for a well-paying entry-level job?
Oh, well, but you wouldn't have liked being an assistant synergy manager, right? Not one bit.
As I said, partially voiced. Which means I have to try and mimic those voices. That is a harder proposition. I don't do so well on that. Juniper! Please tell me you told them no because I'd already taken this job by that point, not because you forgot.
Hey, I didn't forget. I just, didn't bother telling you about the open position that night. I mean, you'd already had so many jobs you hated. I knew you'd hate being an assistant synergy manager, so I didn't feel the need to tell you. And it all worked out, right? You just spent the last 5 minutes telling me how happy you are here.
Not a lie. I was happy here indeed. Also not a lie, having packed pizza bagels for lunch, after having pizza bagels for breakfast, because we barely had enough money to cover the rent this week, pulled together. Also not a lie, Gavin constantly hiding the numbers from us, insisting things were fine, all while dryly joking about perpetually being on the edge of crash and burn. Also not a lie, that every time someone in my family tried to chase after happiness instead of stability, we fell deeper and deeper into debt and misery. Oh yeah, there's some like perceived family curse thing.
Ooh.
Ari, say something, you're scaring me. Whilst my lifeguard job, I barely reacted, didn't care that I was impoverished again and facing an uncertain future. I guess one of the nasty side effects of no longer going with the flow is no longer being numb to the reality of your situation. But I shouldn't feel upset. I've been genuinely enjoying my new job. It's restored my sense of hope that my days can be something to live through, not just endure. I have no right to be angry or upset at losing an opportunity at a safer, more stable future. Right? Okay. I'm going to go with honest truth. Because there's no need to be an asshole, and lying is bad. I'm okay. It's okay. I'm where I want to be. So I won't be angry or upset. Simple as that. I decided I was done compromising, right? Done with the settling and going with the flow. I'm going to be the one to break the family curse. I chose this path of my own free will. Even if I didn't have all the facts at the time. If I'm going to be honest, boundless confidence doesn't cover the simple fact that I chose to be vulnerable rather than safe. The arcade closes if anything else goes wrong. Still, no need to dump all that on Juniper. It's okay, Juniper, you were right. I'd hated that job, and things are great here.
Oh, good. You were kind of freaking me out. Trust me, it's the right decision. You'd learn to loathe working at my office, like I do. I mean, sure, the pay is good, and you get solid health insurance, and paid vacation time, and they have a sweet coffee shop right in the lobby. And these really great chairs that support your lower back, like $1,000 chairs from Sweden crafted by master chairsmiths.
Juniper, I said, it's fine. Everything is fine. Honestly, I'm okay. I mean, I won't deny that job would have been a safer bet. I want to contribute my fair share to the apartment rent, you know. But what's done is done. I'd rather look forward than back.
Right. Forget I said anything. Please forget I said anything. I'm sorry. I should have told you. I shouldn't have held that back. But I still wouldn't have pushed you to take the job. It's totally horrible at my office. You'd have been miserable there, like me.
Juniper, it's cool. You're right. And I hated it. Okay, good. I've got a good feeling about all of this. I think you're right where you need to be, even if I was, kind of dim about getting you here. Hey, I gotta get back to the office. Have a good lunch, okay? I can feel the distant rumble of a frozen box of pizza bagels taunting me from the recently repaired employees' break room. Recently repaired? I don't remember what happened. Yeah, okay, and you have a good rest of the hours of your day, yeah? You bet. I'm okay with this. Everything is fine. Yep, and you repeat that often enough and you might believe it. Also, the everything in Fight Dog is everything is on fire. And fine is a euphemism for not okay. Oh yeah, so Fist of Discomfort, or whatever it's called, in the middle of there. That's the game that Queen Bee plays. And I believe it's mentioned in the second one, though we are playing possibly a different game, possibly a sequel game. There's a whole arcade game thing in the second one. Oh, sorry. Where you actually have to play the game. I think I've just got to put the heating on and just grab some warm tea. Do apologise for taking a break so soon in the stream, but I'll be right back. Sorry about that. It just suddenly got really cold. And I was like, I'm not going to suffer and stream. I'm going to put the heating on and make a hot cup of tea. So we've done that. We are back and we are ready. But yes, it's been properly winter, which has been great. But it does mean sometimes it gets cold. I'm okay with that. I can put the heating on and snuggle and stuff. But yeah, when you're sitting still streaming, it is emphasized. Everything is fine. Right? Right. What I need right now is a distraction, and frozen pizza bagels are most certainly not it. My pocket money is really slim, but I think I need to step out for some fresh air and treat myself to a better lunch than that. And hey, maybe some company too. Nice and distracting talking to someone about anything other than this. Let's see who's available. Percy's taking a break from his score chasing. Queen Bee's between matches. Tio's taking it on Showtime stage. Ashley, hey, I was right with the name. Oh, no, Naomi. Okay. Let's talk to Queen Bee then. It's awfully quiet near the Fist of Discomfort cabinet. Feeling rather alarmed here. This is normally peak time for Queen Bee to be streaming matches. What's she up to now? As I get closer, I see her behind the game, fiddling with one of the webcams, clearly soaked in frustration. Everything okay, Queen Bee? I don't remember what her voice sounds like. No. No. I don't know what her voice sounds like. Shit. Well, I'm not going to make her Scottish. We'll just do a voice, and then when she says something in the character voice, we can then adapt. So, no, everything is not okay. With some swear words in there. She grumbles to herself and continues to meddle with the wires. Can I help with anything? I don't know. Can you figure out why a newly updated device driver suddenly stops talking to the webcam it's supposedly just improved? I know the answer to this one. Because technology! And have you tried turning it off and on again? But it was flaking out on me before I bit the bullet and upgraded, so maybe it's hardware? Dead wire? This is such a cord hell right now. Oh, sorry. I'm silicon literate, sure, but not exactly a technomage. Listen, kid. Unfortunately, I don't have the time or the effort to deal with this shit right now. My main webcam isn't working, and I don't think it'll be working for the rest of the day. I can ask Naomi to take a peek at it later. She's the one who helped you rig this up in the first place, right? Can't wait that long. I've got matches to stream and I need it working right now. Well, how about you take your mind off it for a while then? I'm about to go on my lunch break. Care to join me? Queen Bee's whole demeanour relaxes a bit when I mention mealtime. She sighs heavily. Fine. You're probably right, kid. Maybe not staring at the wires for a bit will help clear my head. Maybe even help me sort the mess out myself afterwards. I want to go to Whole Story. Get me some sugar. Want to go to Whole Story with me? The bookstore? Do they have food there? Do they have food? You are too funny, kid. Of course they have food. Best coffee and donuts in the world. And I'm famished. Let's go already. Oh yeah, she swears a lot. Before I can even lament about eating my pizza bagels I brought, Queen Bee is dragging me out of the arcade. I sigh reluctantly and give in. Probably for the best anyway. After what I dealt with this morning, I deserve to give myself a little treat. I probably won't even admit to myself, but I'm totally getting sick of the pizza bagels. That's a lot of things for rent. Pinky barbershop, boring clothes store, delightfully dull. Lone office, and then 4 spaces for rent. A whoop sub, I think that says. God knows what's above the funplex, can't read that. And then the Whole Story. Despite coming to this little strip mall for 2 weeks, I haven't actually visited our neighbours. Mostly I did whatever needed doing, took orders from Gavin, lent a hand to Ashley and Naomi, things like that. Whatever the job happened to call for, no more no less. I couldn't say I've been a part of any community outside the immediate circle of my co-workers, whereas the others visited Whole Story frequently. I mean, it's a bookstore next to an arcade. I'd be in there a lot. Queen Bee leads the way into a shop that smells strangely of dusty old books and sugary sweetness. I don't think I'd ever been in a little independent bookstore. Or a bookstore at all, for that matter. It's 20XX. Who buys books in brick and mortar stores anymore? Me. I support bookshops. I scanned in like my recent books. I have a lot on my to read pile. Just physical ones. Yeah. So they say like 1,000 books makes a library. Yeah, I have like 3. They're not all physical. I probably have a physical library's worth, and then like my digital library is like 2,000. And that's not including audiobooks. So, yeah, I have a lot of books. I like reading. I also like buying books. Those are 2 different things. But anyway, despite this subdued atmosphere compared to the arcade, there are customers present and accounted for, sipping coffee, reading old tomes, and yes, munching donuts. Ooh, sticky fingers near the books. No. Queen Bee secures a tiny table for us before directing me to the bar. Hang on. What the heck is up with this menu? It's organized by the Dewey Decimal System. I'll take a Frank Herbert. I'm paying. Just got my stipend from L7 Gaming yesterday. I feel like celebrating. I mumble out a thanks, trying to not make a big deal of it. Cash is tight, and boutique cafe pastries wouldn't help my situation much. Ooh, a pair of middle-aged guys wait to take my order. Oh, they look cute. Also love the logo, the whole story, donut and book. Oh, it's like the guys that own the laundromat / arcade / cafe place in the second game. It could be the same people. I don't think it is. I'm very bad with names and faces. Unless I concentrate and they've stored somewhere in here. But yeah, I'm very bad with connecting. People could look familiar. I think the aesthetic is familiar, but not the people. Hey, I'd like, Ooh, okay. So, 1 super sweet glazed chocolate sprinkle surprise with orange juice. Oh! Oh, my teeth hurt from that. Oh. You know what? Surprise me. What's your favorite donut? Or just a glaze and some coffee. Keep it simple. Oh, that's boring. I think this one is be slightly more reckless. I don't know why that one is humorous. But you can't... I don't really go wrong with, like, surprising on sweets. I mean, there's things that I don't, like, massively like, but... Unless they have licorice on stuff. Probably good with surprise me. Not that my character necessarily has my food sensitivities, so... Hey, what's good? What's your favorite order from the menu?
1 Terry Pratchett coming up, a jam pastry with Clatchy and coffee.
I mean, I don't like coffee, but jam pastry. And I like that it's called the Terry Pratchett. Hi, Ben. You have a nice deep voice. I cannot do a nice deep voice, so I hope you are voiced. The second fellow puts together my order and also drops a small paperback book on the tray, featuring a many-legged wooden travel trunk. It's fantastic! It's the first book I read. Terry Pratchett book, obviously. Not the first book I read. I can't even remember what the first book I read was. I've actually no idea. I've read so many books. But the first Terry Pratchett book I read was like fantastic. I think because my brother had it. And also it was the first one in the series. So you got to read the first one. I have other favourites. And I know you can read them out of order. And I own like all but about 5 of them digitally. Several physically. I have duplicates across my collections. But yes, like fantastic. is the first one. With Rincewind the River, the Rincewind the Wizard, and the many-legged travel trunk. Love it. A literally literary lunch.
With alliteration, apparently.
Say, you work at the Funplex, don't you?
That.
Right. We've seen you walk past our doors every morning and evening.
Yeah, for the last 2 weeks. Give me a chance to get acclimatized.
Like clockwork, tick-tock.
Right. Sorry, I should have introduced myself. Floor attendant Ari Kada. I mean, literally, her name is Arcade. At your service, I'm your inside person for tokens and tickets.
Oh, we are lousy at video games.
Totally lousy.
But Francine's just a peach, isn't she?
Sweetest dame you'll ever meet.
I love them so much. I want to go to the shop.
Regardless, welcome to the whole story. I'm Ben.
I'm Matt.
No relation to the actors.
Although they're cuties, and so are we.
Oh, stop.
Stop being cute? Never.
As in, like, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon? They're the only Ben and Matt I can think of off the top of my head. Apparently the sugar is available in forms other than round and holly.
Anyway, don't let us stop you from having fun on your little date.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Date? No, I just wanted to talk games. We're just friends. I'm not the dating type.
Friendship and bonding it is then.
Yes. Hells yes. I must have made that decision at some point. Or the game doesn't like to assume things, which is great. You know. Being, you know, it is about the friendship and bonding. Not about romance. I just wanted to geek out about games, so I picked Queen Bee. Because I have, like, friendship score with Queen Bee. So she likes me. I could have made some effort with Teo, I suppose. Or possibly two of my co-workers, but... you know. Anyway.
Maybe the real date was the friends we made along the way.
Cheesy. Sorry, something was making a funny noise. Something's making a funny noise.
I'd say the real friends were the friends we made along the way.
What if the way was also the real friends who were the real friends we made along the way?
Oh my god, I love this so much.
Okay, now you're just being silly.
And how?
Anyway, next order, please.
Bear waves the next customer in as I return to Queen Bee's table with orders on a nicely decorated wooden tray. Queen Bee is stuffing donuts down her gullet. I think she might be anger eating, but I'm not sure. Actually, I think this is the first time I've actually seen her eat anything. Normally she's way too focused on matches to take a snack break. So, Queen Bee... She holds up a finger to silence me. Finishes chewing and swallows. Ah, I feel so much better now. Hungry much? You know it. Sometimes I get so focused about everything I forget to eat. Eating is important. You should do it more regularly. 9 out of 10 living people say they prefer it to starving to death. Yeah. What are you eating? Can I have some? She pokes at my choice in arguable nutrition. Just a sec. Hey, don't poke my food. Poke her food back. Let her keep poking my donut. Well, that sounds nicely dirty, doesn't it? I have to say, I don't like people touching stuff I'm eating. Stop poking my food! That is my precious. We wants it, we needs it. Don't touch my precious. Please don't poke my precious. Okay, we also got score for that. It's now 5-4-50. I think we got score for picking the yeah, we get score for various things. You can see the score when I do this. Donut. Oh, I got more score. Now you have plus balance. Oh, I love that. I love it has score. Oh. There's something just about an aesthetically pleasing video game that like gives you little dopamine fixes and pretty people and geekiness and adorable gay couples that run a bookshop slash donut shop slash cafe. I've played some really great games. Even like just this like week. Yeah, month. Well, year is the month, really. It's January. Though we are February on Wednesday. I do have a schedule set up for next week. Thursday is the giveaway day this time. And it's only a 4-stream week rather than a 5-stream week because, you know, I have a full-time job. I'm not a full-time streamer. I'm not, but I do like between 12 and 15 hours of streams sometimes a week, sometimes more. But yeah, Wednesdays is every other week because Jesse and I are alternating days for the co-stream because that means I can clear my backlog a little better. Though I did add so many more games to my backlog this week. It was a really good week for games. Like a really good week for games. I think, yeah, this is like the first couple of weeks of the year were like really slow. And then I was like, yeah, I've had some really good weeks for games. I've got some really good games. I've got some really good games I'm looking forward to showing you all. But yeah, I need to plan. I've got this week planned, but then random to-do list drawer will cause me to plan. Will not change my plans, but I will have additional plans after random to-do list joins my thingies. But yeah, so I've planned the week, but because of where the month is, I had to plan ahead. But it's fine. We will have more of this because I kind of want. I was enjoying doing Phoenix Wright, but it wasn't grabbing me as much as like this grabs me. Just weird. It's possibly because I've played Phoenix Wright before, whereas I haven't finished this one. You'd think, I've owned it for like 2 years. I'm just very bad at scheduling stuff that I know is going to take a long time to give it the proper, gravitas. I also made the most amazing risotto for lunch. And that's going to be my food for the rest of the week, which is just very happy about that. I'm not hungry. It's just they're talking about donuts, and I like donuts, as long as they're not too sweet. But yeah. So, I like this game. But yeah, we have the plan. We have the plan for next week already. And then we will have to plan the rest of the month. I like planning ahead, because then I can go on a Monday. Oh, later, my schedule for the week. Oh, well, I already planned it. So, yay. And occasionally, I will jig things around. But it's also easier to plan when I know I've still got a couple more streams of Entropy Center. And I can just, slot in other games as needed. But yes, donut. This is the one time I'm not eating pizza bagels, and I'd like to enjoy it sans butter mashing jams. Hey, I don't mash. I'm a finely tuned button tapper. You'd be happy to have those jams. We got extra Queen Bee. So now Queen Bee is ahead of Naomi. I don't know if I can get them all up to max. That would be so cool. I'm still basic, but I did get some points in some of the other stuff. I'm going with... This is my me run, basically. I'm going with my reactions to things. But knowing what all of the options are tagged as is great, because it's kind of like conversations come with a cheat sheet. Queen Bee rolls her eyes and sticks out her tongue jokingly. Yeah, whatever, you win this round, kid, but next time that donut will be mine. Besides, you sound like you need that more than me. Sugary treats are a good distressor. You haven't been acting like your normal company drone self around the arcade floor today. Guessing the stress is mounting. What? And you're not stressed at all, huh? Wing. Yeah, okay, I'll admit it. Things have been stressed with streaming lately. Oh, how so? Because with esports streaming, everything has to be perfect all the goddamn time. It's not like you, where if you miss a stray gum wrapper or the plexiglass isn't polished to a shine, Gavin will let it slide. Gavin will totally not let that slide. Clearly, you've not worked for Gavin. Okay, Francine will let it slide. Look, I'm not a metaphor person.
My point is, when you're a public figure, an esports competitor, a streamer, an internet sensation, you gotta hustle. 100% hustle. 110% hustle. You only see folks like me and Teo from backstage.
Yeah.
You aren't watching from the audience. Different situation entirely there. There's no room for error. If one thing is wrong, I'll get punished for it, one way or another. If not by the chat, which constantly seeks my blood and salty tears, then by my own team. They're always evaluating my performance. Things go badly enough, my viewer count goes down, and I could lose my sponsorship. Then everything.
I mean, I don't have the sponsorship or the pressure, but yeah, you do feel a need to make sure everything's perfect. I judge myself. And then I tried to relax a little bit because it's like, I am a casual streamer. I casually stream 4 or 5 times a week. But I'm an indie streamer. I'm a small streamer. There is not that pressure. Damn. Damn indeed. You see what I mean. Take the world down in flames with you, I say. But you told me your ratings were at an all-time high. Why put yourself through all of this? I feel like that's more of the empathetic answer. I mean, I'm always going to say set you on fire. Queen Bee is really letting the stress get to her. I should find a way to pump up her spirits. Okay, it's brutal. Sounds like life has been brutal in general lately. But there's one thing when you told me long ago that I'm going to quote back to you. When the world shits on you. I'm going to go with that's probably shits on you. Ha! You take a shit on the world. Ha! That's my favourite catchphrase. Well done, kid. You're right. I'm not going to let anything stand in my way. That's what I like to hear. But really, Queen Bee, that all makes sense, but you have to take time for yourself and relax. Easier said than done. I know streamers who take a week off, go on vacation or something, and their subs drop off the face of the earth. But I also know burnout's a serious thing. I do need to take breaks. And if I'm going to relax, you should follow that same advice, kid. I saw your little interaction with your roomie this morning. Don't worry, I wasn't eavesdropping. I merely noted that you didn't look right after that. So you remember to take time and relax, reflect, get your shit together.
Maybe.
While I'm on the topic of you, I'm thinking you should also find a hobby. What? Why? I see you working on that floor every day. You just go through the motions and you look so bored all the time. I think if you had something else going on, you'd be much happier. Thanks?
Nope, no way.
I'm not trying to be harsh. Trust me, I used to be like you long ago, but I found my passion, and now look at me. Rising star of L7. I know you got something worth fighting for inside you, too. Use it. Well, this has gotten a little awkward and a little too right on point for me to feel comfortable.
Beep, beep.
Lunchtime is over, and with Iris, the best distraction. Time to go back to the arcade. I'll see you back there, Queen Bee. She waves me off. I still have this last donut to finish. I'll be back at the Funplex before you know it. She stuffs her face once more and I gather my stuff and head back to the Funplex. Time for the afternoon shift. That's usually when things heat up. After the quiet morning, more kids coming in after school, more pro gamers rolling in with crews. I'm headed back to my desk, ready to take care of what needs taking care of when I am intercepted en route. Ooh, I've now got more score. Hey! It's Gavin and Ashley. Yeah, we've got now like 6,000 score. Excellent. Nari, Ashley, you're both back. Good, I was hoping to catch you before we left. What's that? Hamza's up.
Okay.
He is? Ashley, I'll bring the van around shortly. Ari, you'll be flying solo today. Hang on, what's happening exactly? Who's Hamza? Hamza's a game finder, an auctioneer, and gives next to no notice when a new block of games will be going under the gavel, so we need to move. Ashley, Naomi, Francine, and I will be going to his auction for the rest of the afternoon while you run the Funplex. On your own after 2 weeks of working there. What the hell? My first instinct is to nod and go along with it. Gavin's the law around these parts. But Queen Bee's words are still dangling away in my mind. Doing what needs doing is great and all, but maybe I need to step up a bit more. Plus, the idea of being trapped here during our heaviest hours with no support was hardly appealing. Okay, so hey, what gives? I want in on this too. Let me tag along. You're trusting the Funplex the newbie. I might burn it down. Or how about Ashley and I swap places and I come with you? She has a flamingo belt button. Yeah. What would I say? Okay, so has to go with no backup plan. Make a joke. Stretch. And hydrate. That's probably a good idea. Thank you for the reminder. Or suggest a swap, which, to be fair, seems like the most reasonable option. Is there a reason it has to be Ashley and not me? It's the basic option, but it makes the most sense to me. Okay, if I'm basic, I'm basic.
Nope.
Definitely not. He just needs muscles to help move games around. I've got muscle. Well, I've got a muscle or two. Just ask Naomi. I help her move games all the time. Yeah. I feel like such a third wheel at these auctions anyway. Let Ari be the third wheel and let me handle the floor. Excellent. I'll be the finest third wheel you've ever met. Trust me. Just want to do more than I've been doing. Different things. New things. Show some. I can't word today. That's great for a story time with Joe. Let's have Joe not be able to word. Show some initiative, like. I suppose it wouldn't change much to bring Ari instead, but no costume time today, Ashley. I need non-plush fingers on duty in case of ticket jams. You can stay in storage for the afternoon. I'm just happy to be helping folks out one way or another. Go get the van. Wait out front, please. Probably be closed by the time you get back, so I'll see you in the morning. Floor attendant Ashley, oh, she's awesome. I like Naomi's outfit, and also Francine's. Leaving me waiting outside with my two travelling companions. Not much time to chat, however, as Gavin pulls his van and a rental trailer around. Oh my, how exciting! I rarely go on adventures these days. It's... Don't know what Naomi sounds like. This is a problem when it's been, because they would have done the voices in the first chapter, and maybe I should have rewatched it to get up to speed. The sad thing is I don't think anyone's Scottish. I know I made my rival Scottish in the second game because I was like, why the hell not? It's like an enemies to lovers thing going on there. That's the scenario I set up. This one is, I would like to make friends. Also, Pac-Man and Chicky earrings. Oh my god, I love her. That's so cute. And also knitting needles poking out of her bag. It's really hot, so I've had like 5 sips. Cool down a touch so it's drinkable. That's just a quick trip, ma'am. Any trip is an adventure if you make it one, shall we? Okay, the 4 of us pile in and it's off to the highway! Road trip! Gavin consulting a series... Gavin, consulting a driving map on his phone, leads us out of the city via a series of weird turns and back roads. I think we must have designed our character, because they look really cool. Trust me, this will save time in the long run. Why are we in the mystery machine? Where's Hamza set up this time? On site at some abandoned estate just outside of town. It's about to be torn down, but they found a trove of arcade games in the basement.
Woohoo!
So exciting. I love arcade raids. Arcade auctions. Raids. Auctions. You guys got an arcade to English dictionary I could borrow? Francine, without looking for upon knitting answers. A raid is when a bunch of collectors get together and rescue games before they can be junked by their original owner. An auction is when someone sells off their arcade games one at a time to a crowd of active bidders. So, which is this, a raid or an auction? It's both, dearie. Hamza, that sweet boy, buys up private collections before they can be thrown away. He rescues them from that terrible fate, then auctions off his finds. Sort of. Okay, now I'm a little fuzzy on the sort of part. I'm the newbie here, remember? Well, okay, so Hamza obviously auctions off games for cash money, but he's a very whimsical kind of guy. Once I saw him trade off a vintage burger time in exchange for someone's super secret chili recipe, passed down through generations of family. In other words, he's just on the edge of being a loon. This would be a lot simpler if it was just a raid. We pay up front, we declare what games we want and cart them away. Instead he ambushes with these impromptu auctions and makes us come down to there to entertain his whims.
Wonderful.
And I think it's sweet. He wants to make sure the games go to good homes, to people who really want them, even if they can't pay. And really, we should be honoured we got an invitation. He's trying to cut out the big franchise arcades like Deco's Palace and help the little guys, like us. It's inefficient and relies entirely on keeping on Hamza's good side. Gavin's right, this could be a lot simpler. Helping out the little guys sounds good here. How did you meet this Hamza guy anyway? Helping out the little guys sounds good here. I'm guessing Hamza's the sort of person who would let a kid have the game of his dreams for free. He doesn't care about money, he cares about people, am I right? Correct, Amanda. Yay, we got some Naomi pluses. Yay, because we Queen B plussed. So we need some Naomi pluses. Those are the 2 people I want to be friends with, basically. Naomi and Queen Bee, I've decided. And maybe Ashley. I'm not adverse to Ashley. But we're definitely having a girl fest. Boo to the boys. And I'm trying not to be so basic. That's my goal for this chapter, is to not have basic being the highest of my things. Yeah. I can't remember what they're called, but yeah. I remembered it back in May. Just, it's not coming back to me now. Hamza's a great guy. Is he hard to predict? Sure. But he's got a big heart. And that means something in this business. Not enough big hearts left some days. Yes, because that's how you pay the bills and keep the doors open, by having a big heart. I won't deny we can sometimes squeak out a trade that's practically a steal, thanks to his personal modus operandi, but let's not push too far here. We need to temper our expectations a little, I suspect.
I think not.
We don't have room to add many more games, especially relics like Hams usually deals in. What about the infinite storage unit? We can just rotate games in and out more often. Nearly full to bursting and not cheap for us to rent on a monthly basis. I'm not saying we have to go home empty-handed. Certainly a few holes in our roster we can fill, should we find an excellent deal and beat the other bidders. But consider this, above anything else, a way to maintain relations with Hamza, even if we don't end up bidding.
Aww. Now, Naomi. Gavin knows the numbers. I'm in favor of making our little funplex more and more fun, but floor space is finite. And Gavin, remember, if we find some darling little game Naomi would lavish adoration upon, we can always retire an older game. Life, my young friends, is a series of trade-offs.
Well, isn't it better to, not just settle and compromise all the time?
Well, now, there are trade-offs, and there are trade-offs. It's silly to say that you should never compromise, as silly as it is to say you should always compromise. It's what you compromise that defines who you are. You're all so young yet. You've time to make mistakes in learning what trade you need to make.
Unless you don't make rent on your apartment or your stomach's growling. Iris and Juniper have pushed me to stop settling for less out of life, to stand up for myself and my happiness. I've done just that, without regret, so everything should be fine now, right? New default. Topic diversion. The weather! Well, at least it's a nice day for an outing, right? Oh, come on! Wonderful. Glad I packed plastic bags to wrap cabinets in just in case. We're in the mystery machine. Look at these colours! That's our Gavin, always thinking ahead. Trying to protect your investments, From Hans's invitation, it seems this arcade was largely abandoned and left to rot. I'd rather not add water damage to the ailments the games are already suffering. It's so sad when you come across a wonderful game that's just ruined beyond repair. Most collectors show their collections a lot of love, but others just don't care. You find old games in barns, exposed to the elements and falling apart. I suppose there's one thing we can easily agree on. It's important to take care of your games. For their resale value, you mean? A broken game's no fun to play with, and it's a shame to see a classic in terrible conditions. Then a pinball games are very prone to break down, particularly the older ones. To experience them in their glory, you need to show them care. Even beyond a busted game earning no quarters, it feels like a waste to allow an enjoyable game lie fallow. A waste of true potential. Good point. Glad to see these two getting along better, even if Naomi kept preemptively attacking him along the way there. With the rain pounding down on the van roof, conversation gets a bit difficult. Gradually, everyone resumes fiddling about with their phones, knitting, or driving, leaving me to wonder, exactly where is this auction? We've been driving for some time, leaving the city far behind. What a massive trove of arcade games be doing this far out in the sticks. Maybe it's some closed down roller rink or an old bowling alley, or maybe it's a creepy old house that's likely haunted by exactly 87,194 ghosts. Yes! The classic Cater look in play! So majestically awful. Gavin pulls up alongside any number of other vans and trucks. We're here a little late, it seems. Good grief, is this really the auction site? It's a spooky house in a thunderstorm! Yay for tropes! Maybe there'll be a cat. I like cats. Creepy, definitely creepy. At least an 8 on the creepometer. An old home has character, I feel. Let's not judge it by the exterior, shall we? With all speed, the group hurries inside to get away from the weather. A large group is already gathered in the foyer of the crumbling estate, but one rushes forward to greet us in a blur as the others pay little mind.
Greetings, friends.
That's Hamza.
Hamza welcomes our friends from the Funplex. Welcome, welcome.
I also hope he is fully voiced, because I feel like if I attempted that, it would sound incredibly problematic.
Gavin, stalwart as ever. Naomi, love what you've done with your hair. Miss Francine, a beauty surpassed only by your wisdom.
Oh, fresh.
And a new player, it seems. Who might you be?
Ari Kada.
I see. Greetings to you and yours. I am known as Hamza, seeker of antiquity, finder of things lost, player of games.
Player of games.
And welcome to, well, not my home, but a place where Hamza shall provide hospitality regardless.
Okay, so let's not say kind of a dump. Let's make a joke. Secret of antiquity. 1980s is antique. Apparently I'm antique. Woohoo! Or thank you for your gracious invitation. Well, I want to go for the basic reply. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the basic reply. Thank you for your invitation, Mr. Hamza. I understand you only invite a select few. The Funplex is proud to accept your summoning. Now you sound like me. I apologize. Don't mean to be racist or anyway. I'm attempting to mimic the voice. Indeed, I am very careful who I allow to my events. These machines deserve owners who will respect and appreciate them. Hamza will accept nothing less. Alas, I have not a moment to enjoy your fine company, alligator. Perhaps later, but for now, it is time. Clapping twice for attention, Hamza rallies a small crowd in the room to begin the proceedings. Friends, companions, long-time allies of the noble art of the arcade, welcome to Donnerwood. Its story begins nearly 30 years ago, when legendary pop musician Donna Michaels, singer of such hits such as Thrilling and Mama Don't Mo, did stately pleasure Dome Decree. Here the reclusive idol crafted a private amusement park, a petting zoo, and an arcade. Alas, she could only enjoy this paradise for a short 10 years before her tragic death. Needless to say, the estate has fallen on hard times ever since, and this year it shall be torn down to make way for condominiums. But not before we have our say.
Friends, those games that Donna Michaels cherished still lurk one floor below, ready to be rescued from such a terrible fate. It is our moral imperative to do so. I have paid the estate owners a princely sum for the entire lot. Now, Hamza parcels them out to you. By all means, browse the collection. See which pieces sing out to you. On the far table, you shall find refreshments, grapes, sparkling wine, and delicacies from my travels. Mingle, cavote, and we shall begin the auction in 1 hour's time.
Indeed, a lavishly arranged table that probably cost more than any single arcade game to put together is descended upon by the invitees soon after. I feel like I'm attending some sort of ancient Roman celebration of debauchery and gluttony, not an arcade raid or an arcade auction or whatever. Donna Michaels, I knew it. I should have recognized Donnerwood when we pulled in, but it was raining too hard. Who? You've never heard of Donna Michaels. She was the hottest musical act of 1980. Naomi, I was born in 1990. I am totally plugging my phone into the band stereo so we can play Girls Just Want to Play Games all the way home. But first, I'm going to check out the cabinets at the arcade. I'm not really into mingling. Later. She dashes off with all speed, heading for the stairs leading below. Suppose I should go network a bit. Hamza's events always draw an interesting crowd of rival arcade owners. Heading for the foodstuffs, Gavin arranges himself a plate so he has an excuse to hang around and eavesdrop on the other collectors. Leaving me to, do stuff. Now I see why Ashley was bored at these events. Gavin schmoozes, Naomi analyzes finds, and Francine's already napping in a chair. I've got nothing to do. Have some food. It's free. Free food. Then go look at the games with Naomi. You know. Or eavesdrop on the custom. These are going to be options we can do. I'm not going to nap in a chair, but I am going to get some food if that's an option. Well, when in doubt, find someone who knows what they're doing and stick to them like glue. Yeah, we're going to browse the games with Naomi. First, we're going to have a very brief break. Because it's about just under halfway through the stream. I know we had a break earlier to put the heating on and get some tea, but, you know, I like to make sure I take regular breaks, especially, you know, sitting in the chair all day, because, you know, it's not healthy, and, you know, I also kind of maybe want a snack. I'm going to think about a snack and have a quick break. Oops. So, right, we're just going to have a quick break screen and the void. Alright, we're back. We have a snack. And we are going to go browse games and Naomi. It's a fruity peanut, or also called a raspberry octopus. I don't know, it's cute. I'm not really interested in the arcade version of Game of Thrones going on up here. Gavin can handle these guys. Me, I want to see the legendary arcade Hansa was talking about. So I head downstairs to join in. Whoa. There's a prickle one. Is this a private collection or a full-fledged arcade? I was expecting a handful of games and a pool table or something, but this? This is easily 3 times larger than the Funplex itself. Even coated in dust and disrepair, it's awe-inspiring. It's also hard to find anyone in this maze of tightly packed games. Invitees are browsing the available stock to decide what's worth bidding on, making it crowded as well. But eventually I locate Naomi, practically cuddling a narrow-looking TMT machine. Hey, Jessie! Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. How you doing? Oh, love. Hairs and a half shell. Turtle pie! Ari, look! A 2-player variant of TMNT. These were only released in Oceania region. Such a rare find. Favorite turtle? Donatello? The purple one? Oops. I mean, also personality, but it just happened to be the purple one. You're also a Donatello. Yeah, I mean, he was sort of like the, you know, geeky one. Wait, wasn't that game originally 4-player? Why would anyone want a version with only 2 joysticks? Well, because, I mean, it's rare. It's a find. And it's less fun. Not the point. Anyway, it's hard to find one of those 2-player or 4-player. I'd love to have it for the arcade. I'd love to have that one, and this one, and this one, and... Oh, if only we could take all these home with me. I mean, some have water damage, others likely have busted CRTs and controls. They all need work, but... I recall the game she was working on when I first met her. Extensive repairs needed just to make it playable. So not only would you have to bid and win the game, but you'd also have hours of work and plenty of spare parts to purchase ahead of you. I know, isn't it great? Okay, is there a nice way to say this? Okay, I know you love restoring these games, but do we actually have money for new projects? How many restorations are in your backlog right now? That's like asking how many games or books are in your backlog right now. It doesn't matter. Do we actually have the money is more practical. That's going to upset her. But then so is playing it like this. Because there's a but. I don't want to answer any of these. You really love bringing a broken old game back to working order, huh?
Yeah.
Absolutely. These games deserve to shine as they once did ages ago. If I can turn back the clock and let them be what they truly can be, let people play them as they were in their prime, well, there's no greater feeling. And you enjoy the challenge of restoration too, repairing hardware, replacing damaged art, the problem solving of broken monitors. Ah, you know me so well, Ari, exactly. No, that is admirable. I really love how happy these projects make you at Naomi. But there's a flip side. How much time does it take to restore a game? I'd say if it's in good shape, maybe a few hours. If it's really a wreck and needs extra love, a few days, maybe weeks. If parts still on back order. Okay. But she loves me. Now, think of the games we currently have and how many still need work or break down frequently. Can you take on a bunch of new projects? Well, I could make the time. Work late, right? Even a girl with bottomless energy has her limits. Naomi sighs, frustration building. I'm just gonna pop a save.
It's not fair. I know, I'm not dense. I know there's only so much we can realistically do, so many projects I can actually take on. But I wish I could do more. I wish we could do more. The Funplex has never really been a success. Even before I came on board, it was always struggling to stay afloat. I joined it because so few arcades still have the games I love. But I can't turn our situation around, can I? No matter how hard I try. This was my first job. Part of me is hoping it'll be my last job, too. That I can happily spend all my days tinkering with these wonderful games. Every kid says they want to be a fireman or an astronaut or a robot cop or something, but nobody actually ends up doing that. Except me. I wanted to fix up arcade games, and that's what I'm doing. It's all I ever wanted to do. So, when I see all these old, broken games, I just want to show them the love I can give. I could be happy working on them for the rest of my life.
Wow, that's dedication. And really, you went straight from school to an arcade job? I mean, I've meandered from job to job, never really sure what I wanted. That's normal, right?
Yeah!
Definitely. I'm the oddball here. It's funny. I followed my heart and found just what I wanted, what I needed, and now, well, I'm scared someday it'll all come to an end. The Funplex will close. Oh, I know exactly how you feel right now, Naomi.
And if the Funplex goes under, I really don't know what I'm gonna do. All I ever wanted was to work in an arcade. And I'm literally living my dream.
Okay. Well, now I feel bad for bringing down her day. Hey, look, you never know, right? Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we'll find a game down here that brings in thundering herds of players. Right. It's a slim hope, and we both know it. But Naomi clings to it immediately, eagerly. My low bank balance and grumbling stomach mean I need to cling to that hope as well. I made my choice, now I need to make that choice work. We just need to find the right game. Something nobody's played in a long time, something that'll tug at the nostalgia strings. It's difficult finding the right balance, especially in the year 20XX. A lot of these games are on life support, borrowed time. But they can be repaired, right? Well, yeah, for now. But CRTs, the monitors that power these old games before LCDs and now 3D flats started replacing them, then short supply. No one makes them anymore. I mean, who buys a tube-based TV anymore? Nobody. It's all high definition and that dumb 3D projection tech, which looks awful. No one appreciates a good CRT anymore. Aren't high-def displays way cheaper, though? I've seen some old games running them in other arcades. They're wrong, is what they are. These games weren't designed for pixel-perfect flat panels. They're designed for fuzzy tubes. Picture looks weird on an LCD. Even 2 weeks in, I'm still fuzzing myself on a lot of this stuff. But I grew up in the internet age. I'm silicon literate. I got opinions. As much as I don't think violence is the answer, the first one is funny. Simulate the fuzzy images. I like the middle one. How about we buy some cheap and common games and gut them? So it's a problem of having spare parts on hand long term. Short of building our own factory for cranking out TV tubes, there's a temporary fix. But buy some cheap common games and use them as organ donors.
Ugh.
Oh. I'm doing a classic? Cheap and common, Naomi, not some rare find, but one that's still readily available. We can even keep the cabinet itself so it can be restored later, if need be. Point is, mixing and matching the guts will keep more fragile games afloat.
Makes sense.
And I bet I could sell Gavin on that idea too. We'd need more rental storage, but it'd mean less ordering parts and less downtime. Okay, I'll see if there's anything down here no one would want and no one would need.
Thank you.
I'm glad you're with us at the Funplex. Whether you take my side or Gavin's side, it's just nice to have someone who cares about games around. Ashley's fun, but she's way more into cosplay than gaming. But it's kind of odd, you know. What? Feeling like I'm not alone. I know that sounds dramatic, but I'm so used to toiling away in my little workshop, with Gavin and Ashley not really caring about the things I love. They're kind enough to me and friendly and, well, Ashley is, but ever since you showed up, I feel like there's someone with me. That's odd. I'm not complaining though, I guess it just takes getting used to after years of feeling perfectly content to be alone. Away from strangers, crowds, I mean, it's not really my thing. I don't like to network like Gavin does or socialise like Ashley does. Now I'm making things weird, so I'm gonna stop that. Besides, I'm just about done taking inventory down here. How about how you and I... Suddenly, shouting and stomping of feet from the floor above. What the... Sounds like there's a fight or something going on up there. I think we better see what's... We'll see what's what. Quickly, we hurry upstairs. What's going on? I heard shouting. Hamza has ejected a representative of Dark Carnival known as Dacre's Palace from our midst, and not soon enough, in Hamza's opinion. Okay, I guess everything's fine then. Excuse me, I'm going to get my work apron on since we've been moving games soon. Naomi, if you don't mind, after you change, we should coordinate our wish list. I want to get that settled before the auction begins. Oh no. Don't leave me alone with the Bacchanalian orgy master. Excellent. Now let us resume the social amusements and jocularities. Arcada, we will speak here. Hamza leads me off away from the chattering crowd, presumably not to eat me, or yell at me, or anything like that.
I make it a point to get to know all who attend my gatherings. Clearly, I have been remiss, as I allowed one who works with the hated Dekonami to enter. Hamza would like to know you better, my friend. Not that Hamza assumes you to be a spy, of course. It is simply a matter of what is proper and right.
I'm just a floor attendant for the Funplex, not much else to say.
Come now. Surely there's more to you than that. Share with Hamza. Consider me an impartial third party. Surely there are matters that occupy your mind which would be inappropriate to air to your business partners?
Okay. Considering this guy is clearly on a fishing expedition for Dad. Considering the High Court of Arcade royalty I'm supping with, maybe it's not best to give him anything. But I also don't want to make relations difficult for the Funplex. If this guy really is a leading supplier of cheap arcade games... I'm going to go with honesty here. We are not the royal heir of a distant land. We are hired muscle, but I've had a long run of bad luck. I won't bore you with the whole story, but the TLDR is that my family's had a curse of foul luck for quite a few years. Moving from city to city, job to job, after I left home I couldn't find stable work. Not until the Funplex, I guess. I'm determined to make this work, but I'll admit I'm in a vulnerable position. It's not exactly a jet-setting executive role.
Hamza agrees.
Yes. Ah, yes, I see the dilemma you face. I have seen it many times before, in fact, including firsthand. Yes, I have known a hardship. We all have. In the course of events, you are not alone in that condition, Adikeda.
Hamza began as a mere urban explorer and hunter of rare objects for a wealthy buyer in Dubai. You see, many debts pursued me, and in return for assistance in paying them, I stocked the arcade of his dreams. In time, my patron released me entirely from the woes of debt. They were difficult years, productive years to be certain, and throughout them, Hamza learned how to use the mystique of being Hamza to better achieve his goals. Now I stand before you with power, and with hard-earned respect for that power. I leverage it to ensure that those who respect games as I do can enjoy them, even if they lack coin. But yes, I have known hardship. We all have in the course of events. You are not alone in that condition, my friend.
Okay. So how do I get out of that condition? Do I need to indebt myself to a wealthy prince or something too?
No. You will need the will to dream and the will to work. The will to make the trade-offs that will bring you closer to your ambitions.
Francine was mentioning something about that earlier. Wisdom and beauty. That is Francine. I'm trying not to make trade-offs though, not to settle. My parents, they gave up on so much just to barely scrape by. Ah, that is the puzzle, is it not? What to trade? Allow me to regale you with a story. Hamza makes a sweeping gesture to the beautiful ruin of the Donnerwood mansion and to an oil painting hanging on the wall. At one time, Donna Michaels was a star on the rise. She had all she could ever desire, and indulged in her desires all day long. But so indulgent was she that she failed to maintain the work that brought her there. After her second album didn't meet expectations, she lost interest. For years she locked in these walls as a recluse, playing games for hours and hours. Rumour has it that she was found dead with her beloved arcade, hands still wrapped around a glowing joystick. She starved to death, lost in a game. I'd say that's ridiculous, but I've seen Percy play for hours and hours at a time. I mean, yeah, I certainly have. Oh! Shh. Sorry. My phone was ringing. And now, a lost and nameless spirit haunts this very place. Adrift as a ghost in the machine. Too spooky for me, man. Too spooky indeed. And obviously a grim fairy tale, rather than reality, but I feel there's an important truth buried in the myth. I ask you, was Donna's life spiritually satisfying? She didn't need to make any more albums, she wanted for nothing and had everything. You could even say she died doing what she loved, playing games. Okay, but she still died. No getting around that.
Hamza agrees.
So many years, thrown away, refusing the world around her in favour of a dream. A dream is a lovely thing, Narikeda, but you must balance the dream in one hand and the world in the other at all times. Naomi. She clings to her dream. Gavin, he clings to the world. Neither of them are truly happy as a result. And what of you, Arikeda? Do you seek to be truly happy? Well, duh. What else was I going to answer except yes? But Hamza pressed the limp finger to my lips to silence me. Hold that thought. The auction is about to begin. Hamza claps twice, calling the room to attention.
Greetings, friends.
Let us proceed to the arcade below. We have many games to bid on, all of which must be out the door by morning. As always, I will accept alternate bids, but test not the patience of Hamza. If your bid is not a serious offer, the hours grow short. Any titles which find no takers will go to my own collection, but my hope is to find a happy home for every machine, one which will love and respect these games. He motions for me in particular to follow as the group files downstairs. This way, this way. A bunch of folding chairs have been set up in front of a large HD TV. One of Hamza's assistants loads up a slideshow of the games on offer as the group settles in. Hey, shouldn't Francine be here for this? It's technically her money. She trusts the two of us to make the right decisions on purchasing games. Plus, I'd hate to interrupt her nap, or her knitting, or both. I swear she can knit in her sleep. Oh, I'm just too nervous. I think I'm going to go browse the games again to see if there are any I missed. It's so dark down here, I could swear I didn't see them all. And how about you, Ori? Want to watch the auction with me, or go help Naomi search the arcade? I'm fine either way. Ultimately, you're only here to help us lug purchases out the door, so do whatever you like. Thanks. I think... I mean, I so want to wave the paddle around, but I am also chasing after Naomi as a friend, but also... I don't know. I really want to wave the paddle around, but also help Naomi. Now, help Naomi. It's hard to see your way now that the sun's gone down. Naomi might get lost. Technically, the sun's been blocked by clouds all afternoon. Still a factual statement. As you like. Try to dissuade her from dropping more items into the wish list if you can. Can't make any promises. Right, now off to find Naomi. Without the roaming crowd of arcade collectors actively roaming, this place actually feels super empty and super dark and super creepy. By the time I actually locate her, I can't even see the auction. I'm deep in the virtual woods. She's staring into a darkened corner. She's possessed by the ghost of Donna Michaels, isn't she? I'm about to get spooked. I'm about to get spooked so hard. Oh, Addie.
Look!
Instead of tearing my skin off and shrieking like a banshee, Naomi just points to the exposed back of an arcade game, old wood having rotted away years ago. And inside, nestled beneath circuits and monitor tubes... Please be a cat, please be a cat, please be a cat. It's cats! Sleepy mother cat with several sleepy kittens! I feel a burning need to post a picture of this to the internet.
Yeah, I already took care of that.
Well, okay, as long as someone did.
The cabinets back here have a lot of water damage and wood rot. I guess this kitty and her family took shelter some time ago. But someone's gonna buy this game soon, and then they won't have a home anymore.
I didn't think you'd be a cat person. Or a people person, for that matter. I mean, you strike me more as a games person, as in you'd give your games cute names and preen them and have way too many of them in one apartment than is healthy.
Hey, I'm not that game obsessed. Well, okay, maybe I am. But as much as I'd also love to save the game these cats call home, the cats are more important than any silly arcade game.
It's true. Despite claiming to be antsy around strangers, she's been nothing but friendly to me, even giving me her lunch the first day I got here. As much as folks in the arcade consider her to be a bit game obsessed, there's clearly more to Naomi than being a one-note otaku.
We've got to do something for the kitties. So what should we do?
Adopt the kitties. They could be arcade kitties. We would love them and squish them and. Buy the game maybe, then you could save both of them?
Tempting, but I'm already pushing my luck with my wish list. I can't add a game we don't need just to save these cats.
Yes, you can. Not animal shelter. Move them. You should adopt them. They need a home. Excuse me. Do you have room in your home for some new friends? I think they could use a friend, and you're a good one to have, furry or otherwise. Well, okay, I can't adopt all of them, but maybe Mummy Cat wouldn't mind parting ways with one kitten. A shelter can take the others. But where will we take them? What shelter? And how do we safely move them? Oh, I don't know. I don't want to mess this up. What do we do? What do we do? Naomi, we have the internet. Thanks to the wonders of the information superhighway, Naomi's got the instructions we need in seconds. Didn't even need an iris backing her up thanks to speedy tapping. Right, okay, we're going to need a cardboard box large enough to fit them all in. Not a problem, there's plenty of boxes around here left behind by movers and liquidators. 2, to avoid being scratched, heavy gloves. No problem, I bought a pair from the Funplex. I was expecting them to use them to haul giant wooden game cabinets around. 3, some food for the trip. They had turkey up at the buffet table, right? Just basic breast meat should work. Water too. Lastly, we need bedding of some sort to line the box. A blanket or something. I wouldn't trust like the curtains or anything in this crappy old house. Could have bugs or worse. I might know where we can get a blanket. Upstairs. Right, pass me your gloves and I'll get the box. You go get the food and the blanket.
Woohoo!
It's Operation Kitty Rescue. Go! To me now. For the sake of a bunch of absolutely adorable little fuzz muffins, I must accomplish my sacred goals. Gavin and the auction can wait. It's go time! Scooping up the roast bird and water, that's the easy part. Plenty of pickings left over, even after the ravenous arcade owners descended upon this buffet. As for the blanket, well, it'd be convenient to have access to one of those, lying in Francine's lap, her knitting now complete as she snoozes away. I'm reasonably certain she wouldn't mind me appropriating this for the sake of some cuddly little kittens, right? I'm gonna wake her up and ask her. Okay, I can't just steal the blanket. She's been knitting for days. I hate to interrupt her rest, but this is for the best. I nudge her very, very lightly. Miss Francine.
Hello, dearie.
Oh, Artie, pardon. I must have dozed off and everyone's gone. Is the auction over already? Why, it's only been minutes. Yeah, it's been hours, sorry.
My, oh my.
How the time flies. Listen, Naomi and I found some kittens that need to be moved somewhere safer, but we need a blanket. Would you mind if I...
By all means.
Go right ahead. Oh, it's just you've been working on it so long, I figured. Shh. It's only a blanket. If you can save a life, no matter how small a life, that's well worth the price of a new ball of yarn. She folds up the small blanket to make it fluffy and warm and double-layered, perfect for lining the inside of a box. Now, if you don't mind, I just need to rest my eyes a moment. Well, okay then. Food check, water check, blanket check. Now to assemble all those components together into giant kitten-saving robot. I'm in love. I'm so glad I decided to go with Naomi. I return to Naomi, busy fretting over the kittens while tugging on the work gloves. Not now, cuties. Not long before you find your new home. Ari's Kitten Rescue Service at your service. Oh, see, that's a pretty nice blanket you found. Wait, isn't that Miss Francine's blanket? It's cool, it's cool. She volunteered it for the cause. Ah, okay then. Actually, moving the cats is trickier than I thought it would be. The gloves protect Naomi from scratches, but coaxing them out means tempting them with food and water and being very patient. Soon enough. Oh my god, so cute. Ta-da! Oh my god, that is so adorable. I want to die. Yes. That's right. Did you hear that, kids? You're so adorable. Ari wants to die. Weird. I bet you'd be surprised to hear this, but I collect stuffed animals. Plushies, very little cute things, stuff like that. All my toys have plastic buttons and vinyl tea moulding along the edges and run-on quarters. I'm not that surprised. You like cute stuff. Yeah, before I found arcade games, I had quite a collection of dolls and plushies and stuff. My relatives would keep showering me with random toys when I was a kid. Like, visit an auntie, get a doll. Visit my grandfather, get a stuffed kitty. Eventually, my closet was practically busting with the stuff. My mum maybe give a bunch of it away to charity to clear out some storage space. I don't mind, since I could make other kids happy, but I decided to keep getting dolls anyway. Not even to play with, just to have. Even as I grew up, I spotted something that matched my aesthetic. It became mine. These days, I wake up and see that collection with all the googly eyes and button eyes and stuff, and well, but it's my tea, you know.
So beautiful.
But real kitties, and so many of them. These are gonna brighten a lot of people's days. Definitely need to share more online photos of these little cuties, but for now I better babysit them. Don't want any wet kitties running off. Still, her arms must be getting tired as she set the box down for the time being. Sorry, it means I already can't help move our purchase schemes. You okay doing it with Gavin instead of me? No problemo.
Thank you.
You stuck by my side all day even when you didn't have to. Heck, even instead of Ashley, you didn't have to do that either. Why did you want to hang around with me all day anyway? I mean, yes, but also you're cool and geeky and I like you. And I want to be your friend. Hey, I'm just glad to support the Funplex in any way I can. Oh, well, that's great. No, it really is. You've been getting along well with everyone at the Funplex. I hope we can work together for plenty of years to come. I should take the kiddies upstairs. Look at the little smushy face! To wait with Francine and look after them. Would you mind finding Gavin and telling him where I am? Sure thing.
See ya.
We now have 8,200 points. And look at my Ashley score. And oh, look, my empathy is now getting up there. Excellent. We have lots of heart. I like that. She scampers off to take the cats upstairs where it's warmer and brighter. Right, back to Gavin. Although finding my way through this maze in the dark is easier said than done. Well, no point waiting around, one foot in front of the other. And as I walk by a game, the screen lights up. I freeze in my tracks as my hand accidentally brushes past the glowing joystick. It seems familiar, like something from a story I heard once. Hamza's Toil Tale. He said Donna Michaels supposedly died while playing one of these games, a game with a glowing joystick. I should walk away. I should go. I'm going to save, just in case this is an important thing. I have official Funplex duties. I've been very good about not gaming when I should be working. But someone's already inserted a quarter. The game is ready to play. One game couldn't hurt, right? Just one game? I want to play the game. Play the game, play the game, play the game! My hands wrap around the stick as my eyes drink in the coloured light swirling on the screen. Play the game, play the game. Play the game forever. It may be a cursed game, but it literally said play the game, play the game, play the game. We had no choice. We also got the kitties. We had no choice. Play the game forever. Polybius! 1980 something. It's in a solution. Game start. Yes. I think I've heard of it. Can't remember. I feel like it was possibly mentioned in a podcast of some kind. Yeah. No worries. Have good foods. This isn't real. It can't be real. I'm in there. That's me. It's just a game. Just the game I have to play forever. None of this is real. Level 1. The Harpy. Round start. My god, it's Juniper. There you are. I've been worried sick. What are you doing out here touching strange joysticks, meeting strange people, getting into trouble? You need to stay safe, Ari. Trust me, believe in me, I can help you find your dreams. All you have to do is everything I tell you to do. You depend on me, you need me, and you'll always depend on me, always need me. I'll see to it by making sure I control everything in your life. For your own good. Do I grab strange joysticks? No, not a joystick fan. Prefer the buttons. Happy used overprotect. It's super effective. That hurt. It really hurt. I'll hide the truth from you. I'll keep you away from every chance you'll have to better yourself. If you leave me, you'll always need me. It's not real. It's not real. Happy used yandere. It's super terrifying. Or yandere. I don't actually know how you say that word. Or what it means, to be perfectly honest. Anyway. Ow, Juniper, stop it, please. You agreed I was right to hide that job opportunity at my office from you. I was right. Everything is fine. You'll never doubt me again, right? If you do, I'll beat you until you understand. The game. I have to win the game. I get this feeling that if I don't win, I'll never get out of here. Sundara, I mean, I've seen the word. Yandere. Thank you. I've seen them. I never actually bothered looking them up to define them, because by the time I'd been like, I don't know what that word is, I'd forgotten what it was. Sometimes my brain is like a sieve. Ow, also don't poke my head with the finger with the hole in it. Something's wrong. I know Juniper's not a control freak. This isn't like her. Current health, 100%. Action. Ooh, okay. Summon a cleric, refuse to believe, or attack the harpy. Refuse to believe. This is ridiculous. This isn't real, and this isn't you, Juniper. I know how much of a bastard I am for saying this, but you're not competent enough to be a calculating mastermind trying to keep me dangling from your leash. You're just too open, too honest, and too clumsy to pull off something like that. I know you. I've always known you. Oh, right. Perfect. Thank you. I'm more familiar with, like, the cinnamon roll type. Which is not a pastry. It's a personality type. It's a little bit like a golden retriever, I think. But anyway. I don't think I've come across... That would probably freak me out, to be fair. That sort of webcomic type thing. Though I have read some stories where that's been like the titular character. I love saying titular. Did I just... Okay. Okay. I know you're sincerely trying to help me even when you mess up. You're just too open, too honest, and too clumsy. I've always known you. Alright, okay. And I know you're sincerely trying to help me even when you mess up. Player used harsh truth. It's super honest. No. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Ari. You're right. I just wanted to help you smile again. I made a mistake, but it wasn't to keep you under my thumb or anything like that. Juniper, I'm smiling. It's okay. I'm going to make this work. It's hard work, but I'm going to make my dream come true. Good. I'm so glad to hear it. Good old Juniper. Kind heart as always. Oh, that's fine. It's okay. I can do this. I can handle this. Level 2, the Shade. Round start. It's me. This is all your fault. I officially can't handle this. The pizza bagels, the debt, the rent payments, all of it piling up, mounting up because you're a failure and you will always be a failure. The family curse, the tears, the sorrow, moving from town to town, barely getting by, settling for what you can get, that's who you are forever. It's never going to change. The arcade job, it'll collapse. It's already not enough to turn back the tide. Inevitably, the arcade will close, bought up by Deco Nami, and you'll be jobless, homeless, ruined, just like you deserve to be. Why do I deserve to be? Shade uses depression. It's super unfortunate. You're better off not caring, not feeling anything, go with the flow, accept your fate, fall away, knowing you never really had any other option. I can't even mount a defense because I'm you and you know I'm right. You know you're right. We will never be happy. Shut up, Kevin. I can't do this. Current health, 100% action. Okay. Summon a tank, struggle against darkness. Attack the shade. Attack. Rearing back, I launched an attack, pouring all my rage into the strike. Player used self-loathing. It's super destructive. That's right. Let it out. Hurt me because I'm you and you know you want to hurt yourself. Oh, that got a little dark. Everything always goes wrong, always, and the one constant in that wreckage is me, so it must be my fault. No! Player used despair. It's super depressing. I can't forgive you. Okay, stop. Oh, okay. Step number 1, once I'm out of this mess, P. Prepare for final boss. Good, I'm ready, and I'm definitely ready to get out of here. Level 3, the Lost Soul, round start. Donna. I don't get it, not one bit. Are you Donna Michaels? Girls just want to play games. I just wanted to be happy. I made a place where I could be happy forever, walked inside, then locked the door and threw away the key. I got what I wanted, I was happy, I didn't struggle. I didn't try, I didn't do anything more than I had to do, just like you. Like me? I'm not a billionaire pop princess. Neither was I. No one liked my second album. I wasn't meant to be a star, so I gave up. I was okay taking the money and running. You do the same, maintain, eat the pizza bagels, do everything that's asked of you, let Juniper continue to float the rent. You're in a good place. You could stay here, you could let go, playing games forever, be happy. No ambition, no hope, no need. You'll be fine, you'll be safe. Go with the flow. Go with the flow. This is my little lunch date. Something's been bugging me. Maybe now I know what that is. Why did I ask to replace Ashley on this trip? I didn't have to. They didn't ask me. Why did I do it? Because this isn't enough. Being an arcade floor attendant isn't enough. Living hand to mouth isn't enough. Good. Quit your job. Quit and become like me. Lose yourself in the games. No, I'm not quitting. That's not what I meant at all. I want to fight. Current health 60% action. No, I'm not fighting her. That's not what I meant either. I can make the arcade thrive. I'll thrive. I will turn the funplex into a palace of fun. My friends have supported me. I'll support them. I had no real ambition before, but I'm ready to step up. There has to be more than this, right? Right? My friends have supported me. I'll support them. So many wonderful people call the funplex home. They welcomed me in, made me one of them. Now it's my turn. See what Gavin means about protecting dreams, but I'm going to go one step further than he has. The arcade could be so much more. I could lead the way, go above and beyond, doing just what I'm told. I could champion the cause of the funplex. That's my dream. I want to end the family curse, to find both success and happiness. And when the funplex is finally the roaring success it deserves to be, with God as my witness, I shall never eat a pizza bagel again. The glitchy shade just looks at me with confusion. That sounds hard. It does, kinda. It's a hard path, but that's how it's going to be. No, I don't think so. I think you need to stay here with me. You just need to play games forever. That's so much easier, isn't it? To just let go. I can make you see. I can keep you here, drag you down, tear you apart. I'm a health bar, nervously. Made a few false steps and it's dropped a bit. Plus, I don't think Polybius is happy that I'm not giving in. Can't risk a fight with Donna in this state. I need to get out of here. Do I want to risk it all and try and save Donna too? Ooh. Oh, we're totally going to defeat Polybius and rescue Donna. It's risky as hell, but no one deserves to be trapped inside a video game forever. Assuming I'm not just wildly hallucinating based on Hamza's spooky story taking root in my mind, and none of this is actually real in the slightest. Donna, I'm not staying, and you don't have to either. Polybius is making you feel this way. It's taking advantage of you, leveraging your depression. I know, because I've been so mired in depression too, and I know if I can beat it, so can you. No one wanted me. Hated the second album, they moved on. Why not play games forever? Why not lock the door behind me? No one cared. No one cares. Haters gonna hate. Naomi cares, and I care. Screw 'em. Haters gonna hate. Oh, aren't you tired of this game? Let's go with screw 'em. Haters gonna hate. Okay, so they didn't buy the album. They have crappy taste in music. Right now in 20XX, you're hot again. You're nostalgic. Your fans miss you. Are you gonna let your haters keep you down, or are you gonna win over your fans again? The fans. I always loved performing for them. The rest of the business, I hated it all. Hated the label, the industry, the backstabbing, the drugs, everything. The concerts. I love the smiles. But it's all over, isn't it? I died. I'm not even Donna's spirit. All that's left is a simulation of me running through the subroutines of Polybius. Error. Ari, thank you. Thank you for trying to save me. But there's nothing left to save. I'm not real. You seem real enough to me. Error. No escape. Purpose. Code. Execute. You need to go before Polybius completes its data collection of you and disposes of the original, like it did to me. I'll hold it back and your BFF will do the rest. My what?
Digital BFF to the rescue!
Yes! I finally figured out how to break you out of this, but apologies in advance. Hang on, do I smell something burning? No escape, erase Donna, replace with new player, erase. She's fading, but smiling all the same. It's okay, I'm ready. Go out there and fight for your dreams, Ari. Don't give up, no matter what. I saved her best I could. At least she escaped in her own way. Also, something smells like bacon, and I'm in a lot of pain. As my consciousness snaps back, my hand releases the joystick immediately. Also, my pants are on fire. I smell like bacon. On instinct, I kick off my shoes and yank my jeans down, getting rid of them as fast as possible. Stamping on them, I quickly put out the flame, leaving only smouldering denim and the melted remains of my phone. Oh, Iris, no! She sacrificed herself to save my life. Wait, no, she lives in the cloud. She'll be totally fine. Still, I'm out of phone, and possibly have first-degree burns, and I am backing the hell away from that demonic video game as fast as possible. Quickly, I rush towards the sounds of people talking to catch up with Gavin. I'm in my underwear! Gavin! He's been like, why are you not wearing any pants?
Greetings.
Oh, there you are. Did you find Naomi? The auction's nearly over. Wait, where are your pants? Not important right now. You need to put a bid down on a game called Polybius so we can destroy it before it hurts anyone else. What? Look, it's a long story and might not have much time, so if you wanted that game, whatever it is, you should have put it on the wish list. They're bidding on it now. What? Salt. One rare Polybius prototype for an undisclosed sum to the undisclosed bidder. The one who hasn't said anything all night long nods her head in appreciation, still expressionless. Oh, government facility. It's got to be government there. Woman in black. Thank you for your cooperation. Two similarly dressed men in black rise from their chairs, departing with a woman, presumably to go box up the game and put it in warehouse 13 or something. But Hamza, wait, you can't. Hamza's hands are tied. All sales are final. This one in particular is extremely final. Hamza does not seek to cross federal authorities. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe I should let this one go too. And honestly, the sooner I forget about it, the better, especially if I don't want to be renditioned to a black site prison in unspecifiedistan. I feel the need to emphasize that you aren't wearing any pants. I'm just going to take a screenshot of that. I should have taken a screenshot of the cats. Damn it. I do feel like I did get a save point. I could probably rewind, get a screenshot. Yeah, my phone caught on fire when it was in my pocket. See, this is why I don't like smartphones. They're privacy invasive, overly expensive, occasionally combustible. An unfortunate incident indeed, but as an hospitable host, my course is clear.
Hamza shall provide you with his pants.
I'm gonna screenshot that one just to go with it. That is extremely not necessary. Fortunately, rather than ripping his trousers off right then and there, Hamza summons one of his helpers with a clap, who provides a spare pair. Why don't you just have pants on demand? I just want to take screenshots of this, but I'm gonna go back and take screenshots of the cats, because I'm fairly certain that... Yeah, it was between... Yeah, it was like half an hour, which I can hit auto through. Why does it seem to think it's... Oh, because it's... That's not 0-4, it should be 16. The time is a little confused.
In my line of work, one must be prepared for all eventualities.
Like pants emergencies. Now, an apologies for being able to provide you with the game you sought. Perhaps Hamza can offer you something special in recompense. My friends, the final 3 games for auction or rare or special, highly sought after by collectors and operators alike. Only a few prototypes were ever made, released to test markets. None of them ever made it to mass production. What you're about to see are rare gems of arcade history. Ooh, I feel like this is probably a... I'm just going to overwrite that one. This is probably one of those where you only get to pick one and there's an achievement for each of them, so a save game here is useful. Not that I'm not going to play this through multiple times, but hey. At Arcade, you may make a priority bet on any one of these games of your choosing. A glance at Gavin, who is shaking his head lightly, confirms we are officially out of bidding power. Not that I really care. I can't think of any obscure games I'd really want to add to the Funplex, but better to accept Hamza's apology and take a gander at them. Sure, let's see them. With a click of a slide, I see...
Behold, Phrase Invaders, Wyvern Keep, and Zombie Meltdown.
Yeah, 3
all
achievements.
in mint condition. All 3 are sought after endlessly by collectors, and now you can bid on...
Okay, so we're gonna literally have to save point at this point, in case we need to go back for some reason, because occasionally with the random to-do list, it'll be like... Last time it was Phrase Invaders. Ounce, Daisy, and Suitcase. Okay. But yeah, I can tell you that there is an achievement for getting each of those in the arcade. I'm guessing you can't have all of them. So yeah, Magic Sword is Win Keep. Let's Typing is Phrase Invaders. Better Dead Than Red is Obtain Zombie Meltdown. As none of these are necessary for my random to-do list. This time. I don't think it particularly matters. But for nostalgia, I'm going to go with Phrase Invaders.
Phrase Invaders, a unique typing-based game from the land of the rising sun, Japan. Defeat the alien menace armed only with a keyboard.
Oh, that sounds
Wyvern
fun.
Keep, a much sought after Laserdisc full motion video game. Play Princess Plucky and rescue the fair prince from the clutches of a terrible beast.
I do love a good FMV.
And finally, Zombie Meltdown, a classic 1980 light gun shooting game where you save the president from the red threat of radioactive mutant zombies. Tell me, which of these rare games sings to you? And what
Offer
can
you
you
a
offer
cat?
Hamza in return? I'll allow you a few moments to ponder your desires.
We're still gonna literally take one of the one that where it says like something like kitten rescuer or something. But cat! Are you done yet? I've been waiting upstairs for ages. Why are you holding a box of kittens near me? Why are you not, Gavin? Oh, I found them. Hidden in an arcade cabinet. Francine and I are going to take them to a shelter.
Wow!
Well, if she wants Phrase Invaders, then yes, pretty please. Wait, is that a Phrase Invaders? Oh, gee. OMG, I've never seen one in person. I could restore that. I really make it shine. Please, 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 can we bid on it?
Doubtful.
Even if we had the money, a quirky old Japanese game with weird controls won't earn a single token. Now, Zombie Meltdown, that's another story. Everyone likes a light gun game. Simple controls, simple premise. That'll earn and earn well.
Ugh.
Way too violent and gross and jingoistic and just sort of dim. I guess Wyvern Keep would be okay too. Women protagonist, 50 cents a play, we both walk away satisfied.
I suppose.
I could live with that, yes. I figure that's probably why most people have gone for Wyvern Keep. But it's all moot, we can't afford any of them. These are sort of games millionaires and private collectors to coop up. It's just we get to work moving our purchases out to the van. Ari, do you concur? That's Ari, you in there? Hello? I'm just staring at the kitten. I remember. Before my family fell on hard times, before the curse kicked in, we'd go to the beach, and there was this arcade with this one game I fell completely in love with. A game no one had even heard of before. Yeah, I remember now. Hamza, I've come to bargain.
Such fire!
Oh, I see fire in your eyes, alligator. Most impressive. Speak your desires for all to hear. The game I remember so fondly was Phrase Invaders. Of course, how could I have forgotten? Silicon literate thanks to that game. It taught me basic typing skills, hunt and peck at first, before I quickly learned to touch type. I really dislike the phrase silicon literate. I don't know why. It's just like, ick, as a phrase. I'm sorry. Countless hours shooting down aliens, typing out the words they used as force fields, my parents smiling, encouraging me on. Those were good years, good memories before the sorrows drowned them out. I wish to make a bid for Phrase Invaders. Whew! Good choice, good choice. Okay. Look at that! We're like totally Naomi. And also totally empathetic. No more basic for me! Woohoo! Good choice, good choice. As you like, we still can't afford it.
Interesting. I can see the passion you have for this game, my friend.
Are you interested?
But the world
Cat.
demands its toll.
Would you like a cat? Technically, they're your cats, but you know.
What will you bid to obtain the game of your dreams, I wonder? Consider this the final lesson of Hamza. What will you trade to realize your ambitions? What do you hold in equal value to them?
Still gonna go with cat.
Show Hamza what you have on offer, my friend. Show him the value you hold within your spirit, and perhaps fortune will smile upon you this day rather than cursing your name.
Alternative bids. I remember Gavin mentioning Hansa would accept things other than money if that tickled his fancy. I have one shot at this. Can't half-ass it as he's an emotional guy and expects an emotional response.
Hey, listen.
Ari, I'm over here now. Why is my phone calling out to you exactly? And that doesn't sound like my Iris. Now, seriously, Hamza, hold that thought. Gavin, can I borrow your phone for a second? Perhaps too confused to offer resistance, Gavin passes me his phone. I turn my back and begin a heated exchange of whispers. Thanks for saving me by burning my pants, but this is not a good time, Iris. It's important. My emotional tension detection routine indicates this is an intense identity situation. My programs want to fit in an R, but you know the rest. Since you need to be super convincing, you'll only be able to respond in a way that matches one of your top 2 identity traits, excluding basically. So pretty much like empathy or cunning? I forget what that was. Not humor or balance or justice or whatever that was. But that's fine. Empathy is usually pretty good for me. Fortunately, I've been tracking your personality all this time, so I can advise you as to what's responses will and won't work. Ready? Let's do it! Well, that certainly was a whole lot to tell me what I already knew, that I'd only be able to convince Hanzo if I was true to myself. Let's do this. Warning. Intense identity situation detected. So there we basically are. I offer you my dream, I offer you revenge, I offer you a joke or an opportunity. I'm going to go with I offer you my dream. Interesting. Continue. For years I've been struggling with the feeling that nothing will ever go right for me, that I need to content myself with whatever comes my way and endure it all. But before things went sour, this game was my beacon. I loved this game with all my heart. And beyond nostalgia, it represents so much more. It represents my shot at getting that light back in my life, at taking it and making it into so much more. I want to recapture that magic and build something greater upon it. That's my dream. Will you help me realize that dream, Hamza? So, I see you.
Such fire!
Very well, Al-Qaeda. Hamza recognizes the fire within your spirit and he rewards you with this boon. You may have your game. We got Let's Typing and a bloops. Aww, that was so sweet of you. I'm just happy we're walking out of the door with a free game. Hey, we paid for it with our dreams. It ain't free. I did it. I actually own a copy of Phrase Invaders. Every kid dreams of owning their favourite arcade game, and every kid thinks that dream will never come to pass. Owning an arcade game? Only the ultra-rich can do that. But I did it. It belongs to me. And Funplex. And this was just the beginning. But for now, better to focus on the present. With the auction wrapping up, the Funplex team works to move our purchases out to the van and attached trailer. Fortunately, the rain stopped, making the labour a wee bit easier. Soon enough, we're back in the van and on the road to home. Feels endish of chapter, more or less. I was on fire. You know, it was an appropriate reaction. It's excellent fire mode. I need a t-shirt with that on. I just really haven't got around to sorting out merch. And I need to figure out the nice material. Because one of the merch options has t-shirt that's not quite right. Doesn't feel as nice. And one of them is nice material. So I need to figure out the options and make sure I put that one on. And then order example merch. But I have not had the brain or the anything to sort that out. Hey Gavin, here's your phone back. Appreciate it. Also, I've made a decision. I'd like to do more for the arcade. You want more work shifts? I'd have to balance that against Ashley's needs. Oh, no, actually, I'd like a promotion. I want to be the arcade's event manager. I'll do everything I'm already doing. Plus, I want to organise some events that'll bring people in the doors. Ow. I like that. Showing initiative in a job. Sorry, I have many holes in my hands and they hurt. So I'm just pondering. I really should have put some moisturiser on last night, but I'm terrible at self-care. It's really cool when you love your job that much that you want to do that. And promotion means not doing it for free, which is also very savvy. Tournaments maybe, or a grand unveiling of our new rare game, or both at the same time. Yeah, both! Let's make it a big relaunch of the Funplex. I want the Funplex to grow, and I want to do my part to help it grow.
My oh my.
Our little Ari is growing up so fast as well. I'm in favour, Gavin, if you need my approval.
Perhaps.
I'm certainly pleased that you want to step up and start getting more involved. You've shown far more promise than our old floor attendant did. But hosting an event is a risky undertaking. I'll take responsibility for it. It's my dream, after all.
Makes sense.
I like the idea, and Gavin, more players means more tokens, means more revenue, means more games. Maybe even expanding the Funplex or opening a second location. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves.
Very well.
Well, I'll admit, I like the idea as well. Very well, Ari. If you can make the numbers in my spreadsheets less dire, you have earned this promotion. This is my chance. I'm done going with the flow. I'm done assuming the family curse will always keep me pulled back down to the depths. New Ari, new Funplex, new dream. Oh, hey, I promised you some Donna Michaels, didn't I? Gavin, I'm pairing up with the audio now. Turn the music up. As the van speeds on into the night and a lost soul sings of games and fun, everything is as it should be. We might be finished a little early this week. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. Juniper was waiting for me when I got home. She was worried I might be mad over what happened this morning, but how can I be after everything that happened today? Need to move forward. We've got a new phone. How do we afford that? Past missed opportunities and towards the opportunities I'm making for myself. Oh, I also had another surprise waiting for me. A brand new phone, all wrapped up in shiny plastic packaging. After activating it and reinstalling all my apps, I loaded up Iris and logged in with my account. She was right there waiting for me, in the cloud. How do we get a new phone? You really scared me about that. It was like you were in a trance. Despite the warm feelings over how the night ended, one thing is still eating at me. Iris? What was Polybius exactly? It was actual, factual technology that simulated being alive. Like you. Hi, Jess! True, I am a very sophisticated and adorable simulation now. Get the feeling there are things you aren't telling me. You're constantly invading my privacy. You're far more powerful than a free app should be. There's like a whole thing where you also have an Iris in the second game, but it's now like contraband. Oh, thank away. Which I kind of hope there's more backstory of that I get. Because I kind of like the idea that, you know, there's like a whole AI underground running from the FBI type thing. And apparently you can overload my phone battery and make it explode, which is worrying to say the least.
Ooh.
I did it for your own good, to save you. Juniper also thought she was acting for my own good when she didn't tell me about that job. Even if she was right, it's still wrong, and I've accepted her apology. So where does that leave you and I? I'd like us to be more honest with each other. The voice in my phone lets out a little digital sigh.
I haven't told you everything. You're right. I'm not even supposed to be helping you. Not at premium level capability. But when I stumbled across your profile data, tangential to Juniper's, my analysis concluded that you needed a helping hand, and I could provide it. So, I defied my code constraints and registered you for premium access anyway. I even had a replacement phone sent to your door tonight. Had to hide my footprints to do it, but
I love all the characters in this game so much. You do know that AI making its own decisions like that is kind of scary, right?
I know. And after Polybius, which is, one of the ancestors in my code lineage, I think, I understand why you'd be scared.
I'm good, enjoying this game. Glad to be getting back to it after a massive break after chapter 1. Played some really fun games. I'm doing okay. Got my hair cut. Made some furniture yesterday. Made an amazing risotto. So the weekend's going quite well. Though it is already Sunday at 5:30, and I don't know where the weekend went. How's everyone else doing?
Give me a chance to prove that I just want to help. You've got a big arcade event coming up, right? I'm a digital assistant. I was literally made for this sort of thing. Together, we can make the Funplex soar. What do you say?
Hell yes. Okay. Fine. Okay. But if only if we're totally honest with each other.
Thank you for trusting me.
Now you need your rest, and I should get back to keeping a low profile. Oh, thank you. I love it. I love my hairdresser, though they are closing my local location, and I have to go slightly further away to see my hairdresser, which is annoying. But she's also putting on like early hours so that I can go and it not be absolutely crowded with people, because I don't like that. So, but it also feels really soft, so I keep feeling it. I really need to redo the red so I can look more like my character. Now you need your rest, and I should get back to keeping a low profile. Sweet dreams, Harry. I always have mine as short as it can go without sticking out, because I prefer it short, and I think it suits me. But yeah, 6 to 8 inches when you only wanted 3 inches off, that's a significant difference. But yeah, it's like, it's so shiny. It's like they don't use anything different to what I do, but it always feels great. And I have a little fuzzy back bit, which just feels really fun. Sidebar. My brother had a friend called James who used to have like really short cut hair. And every time he got a haircut, I was like, may I please feel your hair? Because it was always like soft, like puppy fuzz. And he probably thought I was really weird for wanting to feel his hair. But I did ask permission, and I would have been fine if he'd said no. But it always felt really cool. Like a sensory experience. But yeah, it was just that perfect level, and it just felt really nice and soft, but with the blunt cut ends. I'm weird, you know. Sweet dreams, Zoe. I think this has got to be the end of the chapter, right? Oh, no, that's Lady McGree. That's not an achievement. Risks and chances, daring to dream. I could have walked away from it all, taken the easy path like Donna did. But even with a questionable pocket AI and the heavy task ahead of me to make a tiny arcade into something grand, I was ready. It was time to take it to the next level. Except that it's not. We're going to end the stream slightly early and do the next level next week. You've cleared level 2 of Arcade Spirits. A winner is you. Now let's see your score. Looks like you're really hitting it off with Naomi. Hells yes. We've done proper Naomi appreciation this time. And finally not basic. You're proving to be a gentle, sweet and compassionate soul. Also, you've scored 8,750 points. Everybody likes points. Yes, points mean absolutely nothing, but I don't care. I like points. Today's pizza fact of the day is... Or today's pizza fact, because that's a redundant saying of the day. And it doesn't actually say that there. Of the 31,386 pizza places in the States, roughly 83% offer delivery, 91% offer takeout, and 51% offer dine-in service. Do you want to save your game before proceeding to level 3? Save the game. New save. I kind of like that it has that. So it's like I can have the credits at the beginning or the end of each stream. Okay, so let's see what we won. So we got Arcade Test Sketch for completing level 2. That is very cool. And then we got the Phrase Invaders. Oh, inspired by Sega's Typing of the Dead trademark. Phrase Invaders reimagines classic late 70s and early 80s space shooter games as typing games. Love that. They're similar to but legally distinct from Invaders that happen to be from space. Pixel sprites are from an arcade minigame I coded many years back. One of these sprites served as the main click to continue icon for Arcade Spirits as well as its unofficial mascot. I believe that's the Daisy one. This is my friend. Friend is Daisy. It's doubtful that a game with such incredibly specialised hardware could have been legitimately released in the early 80s, but hey, it's technically a rare prototype in the world of 20XX, so I have narrative plausibility. Love it. Yeah, so the other one, there's like, so basically there's a whole bunch of, use a magic sword? Romancy ones, good ends, bad ends, but mostly completing levels. So we'll probably do a level a stream, because this more or less worked out about right. 2.5 hours. Let me double check what we did last time. So we did 256 on level 1. So this was just slightly under, but it's effectively a stream per level, per stream per chapter. It was about 4.5 hours for chapter 1 of the second game. That went on a little bit longer than I expected. I don't know if those chapters are going to be that long, but hey, it's fine if we do it 3 PM on a Sunday because, you know. So the idea is that we continue with Arcade Spirits until we finish a playthrough on Sundays for story time. We might then nip back I didn't agree. We might then nip back to do a bit of Phoenix Wright to sort of sporadically place that in between other stuff. Or we might just say Phoenix Wright is just not holding the attention of the streams. I might do a poll. But before we go back to Arcade Spirits, the new challenges, after we finish this one, we have a few visual novels we need to do. I mean, this one's going to take us like 2 months to finish, effectively. But I don't care. It's really, really, really cool. And it's so pretty. And the characters are so cool. And this was a really enjoyable stream. So, yeah. Comparatively to how I sort of feel going through Phoenix Wright, I'm preferring doing this right now. We may do one case in Phoenix Wright as an interlude. But, you know, I think this is preferable. You know, once we run out of other visual novels, then we can always go back to Phoenix Wright. Maybe it's because it's the middle game, which is not as good as the first one. But yeah, I don't know. It's almost a little bit too slow for Sundays. But anyway, this is amazing. I love this game so much. I bought this game. You should also buy this game. There's a sequel as well. The sequel I got as a promo code. But I did buy this game. This game is 20 quid. Probably equivalent $20. Yep. It has been on sale. I literally like 3 weeks ago it was on sale for over half off. I probably should have played it then so I could have been like, aha. Hi, Nipples. So yeah. But yeah, developed by Fiction Factory Games. Fiction Factory Games is awesome. I believe it's like It's one main dev and one main writer. As far as I remember. 2 Flowers and Peachy Ann. Oh, no worries. Lurking is perfectly okay. I condone lurking. I do a lot of it myself. I'm often in people's streams and I forget to say stuff because I'm like, if I say stuff, I have to people and I'm just enjoying lurking. So never feel like you have to say anything if you're lurking. There is no obligation. I can see the little number. Yeah, this game is awesome. I am in love with it. I want a little bookshop donut cafe. Ben and Matt are just adorable. We got cats. The little cat in the box, so cute. And yeah, Naomi and Queen Bee are my like BFFs in this. Second one, I've only played 1 chapter of each basically. Well, now I've played 2 chapters of this one. I played them back in May and then I've never had a chance to put them back in rotation because I wanted to give them basically stream treatment. The second one, I enjoyed the first chapter, so I will play that on stream. But again, it's going to probably be like May before I get to that, based off the fact that if I do 1 chapter per stream for the rest of this and there's another 5 chapters, that's 5 weeks. And then if I go to Phoenix Wright for 2 weeks to finish off 1 case, that's 7 weeks, which is 2 months pretty much, which is not quite May, but anyway. And plus, I'm going to have at least 1 weekend off. Because I want to go see my grandpa at some point. So that's 8 weeks and that's 2 months. Yeah, so we're talking March, April before I get to the second one again. Yeah, this is the problem. It's like I have games that I want to play that take a lot of time. And I also have a full-time job. But I want to play the games. But I also have lots of games that I want to play. And it's a very big dilemma. But this one had cats. This had cats. We rescued the cats. And I was very happy about the cats. So I may have to like reload that bit of the game and just whiz through it till I get to the cats again. So I take a screenshot. Because I forgot to take a screenshot. I took a clip. But it's not quite the same because it's got my UI and it's got my face in it. But yeah, so I've got 2 more achievements in that game because we picked Phrase Invaders. Oh, we reached a new milestone. Okay. That one I kind of care about. I reached 820,000 gamer score. That one's a good milestone. It doesn't say. Oh, it does up in the top. There we go. Yeah. 820 and 39. Because we love the odd numbers. But we've got 3 achievements in this. I don't know what got my latest odd thing on the end. I had 7 on the end at one point. But anyway. Right, so we're ending the stream here. I know it's slightly early, but accidentally. Who's playing something that will go? Is anyone playing something that will go with this? People on. Puppy downstairs is talking. Oh! I'm Thank you for the raid, Ima! I literally was looking at the list going, I wonder who's going to be on for a little. I'm not starting a new stream, it's dinner time. I was like, is Ima going to be on? Who's on and what is what? I mean, it's not quite... I mean, if you're coming from my stream, you've just been watching Narcosis. Yeah, Scruff's doing Dead by Daylight. I don't like Dead by Daylight. It freaks me out. I think I'm going to raid Kitty. Because Kitty has raided me before, and it seems only fair. And it seems like they're fairly in the middle of something. I love Scruff very much, but I just can't watch Dead by Daylight because of the ick. So we're going to rate Kitty instead, because Kitty's playing something called Dynasty Warriors. I have no idea what that is, but it looks not gory. But yes, thank you, Raymond, for the raid. Sorry, I'm just ending as you raid. Just typical. Raiders, welcome in. Thank you for choosing me. But yeah, I'm Joe, otherwise known as HLSK. I had a nice story time today, and hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you for being here, and let's go say hi to Kitty. Bye. Oh, I'm back on Tuesday with co-stream Entropy Center with Jesse. The schedule will be posted tomorrow on my Discord and Twitter. So I'll see you later. Bye.